Good evening, one, and good evening, all. This is Sidra on my very last day, on my 10th day of my challenge, the challenge that I have set before myself to do things out of my comfort zone and do things that frighten me. And it was done, for one, because I believe sometimes we ought to challenge ourselves, but two, also to challenge you, to be a demonstration of what it looks like or what it could be. So I want to take this time to really just thank each and every last one of you for your support, for your encouraging words, whether they were what I wanted to hear or not. The fact that you watched and responded or commented was very encouraging to me. And the fact that you continually to come back to see what word of encouragement that I have to offer. Those are all ways in which have encouraged me and supported me. So I just really want to thank each and every last one of you for that. And I certainly hope that you were indeed encouraged. Right. And so one of the things that I had promised that I would do is that I would share some things that was out of my comfort zone and share some things that frighten me, the things that I've done. And so during this whole challenge, it was out of my comfort zone, because the first thing that done out of my comfort zone was that I literally shared with you guys that I was going to challenge myself. That was the first thing. And then the second thing that frightened me was to have it done in real time. In real time, I mean that each day it was something that I did after telling you that I was challenging myself. So to tell you that I was going to challenge myself, and then to actually allow you to see the challenges, right? So that was something that frightened me. Another thing that frightened me is that I did not know what the end results were really going to look like. I didn't know how it was going to end. I didn't know where I was going to end up. I didn't know how it was going to look. I didn't know how it was going to be. So those are some things that kind of frightened me, because there really was no plan. There was no plan. And so out of the 10 words of encouragement, only 2 of them was actually planned, or I knew what I was going to say, right? And so this one is not one of them. This is a spontaneous one, as the other 7 was. And so I believe this word today will really sum up my entire experience. And so I told you things that I did out of my comfort zone. I told you things that frightened me. So this whole experience was both out of my comfort zone and it frightened me, right? But I have certainly enjoyed it. And I promise to tell you what I learned about myself. So one of the things that I learned about myself is that I'm not as open as I thought I was. I have learned that I am but I am a private person. There's aspects that I probably could share that I don't share or withhold, and that I am very picky with certain people. And so I thought I was not really an open book, but I thought I was pretty open, or I thought I was pretty friendly or extended to all people. I did not think that I was a discriminator. Let's do that. I used to discriminate with certain people about certain things. So that was an interesting aspect to learn about myself. Okay, you probably know that, but I did not know that, right? And so the word today, as I come to the end of my 10-day challenge, is H.A.S.K. H.A.S.K. And H.A.S.K is something that is rough or harsh. Sometimes it's considered for the weather, or it could be just to the touch, right? H.A.S.K. And so here we have H.A.S.K on tonight, which served as a word, but how we define it. Remember, we're defining what things mean to and for ourselves. And so how we are defining it is pretty much the the answer to what is harsh or rough to the touch. And that is H.A.S.K, H-A-S-K, to be honest and simply kind to yourself, right? And so during this, my 10-day challenge, even after going back to watching the videos for myself, I had fun watching myself. Oh my gosh, the joy of the Lord is my strength. But as I watched myself, there were some things that I would have shared with myself on how to reword some things, or my body language. I am a pretty much joyful person or happy person anyway, and that's one aspect about myself that I really appreciate and I really enjoy about myself. And so has to be honest and simply kind to yourself. When I was watching myself, there were some things that I thought was kind of vulnerable. There was other aspects that I thought that I probably could have dwelled on a little longer, or go a little bit more deeper. And so I have been honest with myself, and now I'm being kind to myself, right? And it feels so good. It's like having a need that we kind of expect other people to meet, whether it's our children or our spouses or our parents or even our best friends, right? But what happens if you are honest and just simply kind to yourself, right? Not giving that over to anyone else to do or be to you. And so I want to encourage you to just be honest and simply kind to yourself, especially after there was a few mistakes that you've made, or after you've done probably hurt someone's feelings, or after you showed up late. Now that's a whole nother video of being late, right? Honor folks' time, right? Honor your time, as a matter of fact. Okay, I digress. But just be honest and simply kind to yourself, and you will find it'll be like a self-hug, right? It does bring comfort to yourself. It even kind of release or relieve maybe a sense of stress for you. So that is the word of the day, the word of encouragement on this 10th day of my challenge. I want to give myself a hand of applause. On the 10th day of this challenge, the word for today, the encouraging word for today is H.A.S.K. H-A.S.K. Be honest and simply kind to yourself. I want to thank you guys for your participation, for your expectation, and for your words of encouragement. And so hopefully I will see you again on a time that I am not challenging myself. Be encouraged.